In between you, excuse me. Thank you. Left. Across the bridge. Good morning, Sunday, October 15th. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm out 13 miles east of my house at the Gilbert Riparian Area. Last month, Catherine, during the summer, I ride early, 4:30 in the morning, and I do that to beat the heat in the sun. And there's a coffee shop I stop at because they're open at 5. So they're about 7.5 miles away. And so I can make it there, and they're open at 5, get a cup of coffee. And she asked me if I knew how much I spent there in September. It turned out to be $157. So in order to slow down on the expenditures, I thought I would, on my long rides, I've switched over to the fall schedule where I leave at 6:30, sometime after 6 in the morning, and I can be gone all day long because I moved Tahoe's shot schedule up. So anyway, in order to save some money, always an excuse to spend money, I went out and bought this new small, I got a big cook pot and stuff, but in biking, I didn't want to carry that with me. This is a Toaks, T-O-A-K-S. It's a titanium pot, very lightweight. It carries coffee. It'll carry a fuel can for a stove. So, and I already had the much larger MSR kit that 2 of these fit into. This is full of lighter, stove, spoon. That's actually an insulated cup. So what I decided to do was to go ahead and bring my own coffee with me. And to do that, about 1.5 years ago, on Kickstarter, there was a company that was doing a new device called, it was a playoff of the French press. So this is called the Final Press, and basically what it is a French press without the craft. So this is a laser drilled holes, very well machined stainless steel. The basket comes off. I've already got a charge of coffee in here, but the coffee's in there. You can see that. And if you can see, I don't know if you can you see through the holes? But you can see what that looks like. And this got a spring in here, so basically what you do is you boil water. Let me take this over here so I can screw it back together. Boil water in the pot, my new pot that I bought. And when it gets to boiling temperature, you drop this in the pot, stir it around, and then it's got this spring-loaded thing. You press that, and it smishes all the coffee down, just like if you were doing your French press. And so you drink it right out of the cup. All the grounds are in here. No glass craft. We're going to see how well it works. Remove that. Turn the stove on. Now we'll boil away, put the lid on. The lid has some holes in it. See those holes? I'm going to try something here while that's boiling. Just because it's me, I'm going to see if I can take and heat up my scone on top of that. Now I wish I had tin foil to put over it, but I don't. So we'll let this cook, and we'll come back when this starts again. All right, I pulled the pot off the stove. I didn't have the camera running when that happened, but shit happens. I started to get up and move around. You can see the table's a little wobbly, and once I moved, I realized I didn't want to try to repeat that move just for the sake of the camera, so I continued what I was doing and stopped that and safed the pot because it was unstable enough that this would have fallen and I didn't want to get burned. So here we go. There is the lid. Here is the final press again. Yeah, it's got a spring loaded. You press it down and turn it. So I'm gonna stick it in. I don't know if we can see that or not. It's starting to diffuse out of there. Let me move that in a better, there you go. Yeah, you can see it diffusing. Now I'm gonna stir it. And we'll see what it looks like. See how long it takes. So it is now 8 o'clock exactly. And I'll report back in about 10 minutes and see what this looks like. Well, I might as well turn this on while I'm having some fun. I've compressed it a few times. Definitely got the coffee darker, the water darker. So I'm choking down my dry scone and swirling it around. I don't know if you can see how it disappears under the water. Kind of get an idea. It's getting there. The first trial run on it. I don't know how long I have to let it steep, but it's going to be a little hot to drink for a while. I do know that titanium handles transfer the heat really well because these were hot when I picked it up. So there was a rag that was in here before I left the house, and somewhere, I hope I didn't leave that in a cart at REI. That would piss me off. But there's a little felt rag just for this type of thing. Oh well. So again, the name of the product is Final Press. That's what it looks like. I'll give you an after action review once I get done drinking my coffee, and once I get to the point that it cools off enough that I can actually drink the coffee. I've got extra coffee with me if I want to try, oops, unscrewed, if I want to try to make a second pot. I don't think I will. That came undone because I didn't have that tightened. All right, I'll let you know how it is later. And again, I should have recorded that, but I didn't. But I just unscrewed the bottom off there, turned it upside down, tapped it a few times. All the grounds are in there. The inside's fairly clean. So if I wanted to, I could add another charge of coffee to that, boil some more water, and be good to go. So far, the Final Press, from a packing standpoint, looks like it's good. One of the things that I noticed that I remedied before I brought it out, because I know how I am, very thin walled. This is like a screen like that you'd see on the top of the electric razors. Very thin, and it's very delicate. So I knew that was going to potentially be an issue in a pack, because I have a tendency to fall down a lot. So what I did is I took a piece of 1.25 inch PVC, put a cap. These are caps off of tire spray stuff that I found in my garage. They have a little thing inside. This one to fit the barrel of this part of the Final Press all the way down in it. I had to take a Dremel and cut out that internal piece. The top, it doesn't matter. But now that is protected in the tube. What we have is they give you this silicone rubber sock for it. And then you can push this down and lock it to minimize the length. So I drop it in there, it's protected. Push that back on so I don't have to worry about crushing it. So I made that yesterday before I left. The Toaks or Toaks cup, this is a 750 milliliter. It's like $26 at REI, and it's nothing. It's like weighs nothing. So anyway, all in all, good experiment today. Got a cup of coffee. Problem is, when it starts getting colder, I'm gonna be shedding clothes. Like I had this this is actually bamboo free fly. It's a fly fishing SPF 50, but it's also a good half layer long sleeve. So I had that on on the way out because it was cool enough. Now I'm hotter than hell. Later on in the winter, I can have up to 5 layers on, and carrying coffee and stuff like that could be a problem later. I'll figure it out. I may need a bigger pack. Oh darn, more equipment. Anyway, I think we're done. Now to ride the rest of the 14 miles back home. Later. I love the remote. Awesome.